Welcome everyone to our first annual MGMFL Senior Bowl. We have the Austin Bats and the San Antonio Marshals. We have the Marshals receiving first. Kickoff is being performed by Austin Bats kicker Milton McMillan, being returned by San Antonio Marshals Michael Sims, the backup running back. Starting quarterback for the San Antonio Marshals is Riley Matthews out of Central Michigan. They come out in a 5 wide receiver set and throw it over the middle to looks like number 11. That is Derek Simpson with the catch for 15 yards. And they come out once again 5 wide receivers as Matthews steps back and throws incomplete. Looks like it was intended there for running back. Not entirely sure there. 2nd and 10. Marshals finally under center. Matthews steps back, slings the ball out again to number 82. That is Dustin Kershaw out of Tennessee. And we have a fake to... I don't know who that was. But anyway, Matthews throws over the middle to Dawkins. That is Ishmael Dawkins out of Mount Union. Riley Matthews steps back again. Fakes the ball to Dion Brewer. Slings it over the middle. Once again to number 11, to Derek Simpson. Derek Simpson showing his incredible prowess. And then we have a false start by the left tackle, number 63. That is George McClure out of Oregon State. So 1st and 15, Riley Matthews in the shotgun. Tosses it out to, I believe, that is Michael Sims. Yes, that is Michael Sims on the reception there. 2nd and 8. Matthews scrambles to the side a little bit, slings it out to number 82. Once again, Dustin Kershaw with a big catch. San Antonio moving the ball down the field. And we have our first look at Michael Sims with the ball. 1 yard. Unfortunately, no blocking for him there. Wasn't able to really get anything going. 2nd and 9. Got Dustin Kershaw in motion, and we get our first look at the big-bodied Dion Brewer, for 3 yards there. One of the largest running backs in the class. It's an absolute mountain of a man. 3rd and 6. Kershaw over the middle. Unfortunately, Matthews over the middle. Unfortunately, Kershaw unable to make that reception in bounds. So we have Adrian Williams, the touted kicker out of Utah, comes in for the kick. We're actually going to see him play kicker and punter, as they were unable to find a punter in time to play punter for them on the team. So they have him doing both. Kickoff there. The returner for the Austin Bats is it's Laser Godwin there in the return. Starting quarterback is Greg Cook, and the absolute monster of a tight end that they have is Vincent Carmichael IV there with the reception for 7 yards, breaking the tackle. Unfortunately, Greg Cook is off on that second pass. Makes it 3rd and 3. They come out in a bunch formation to the top of the screen, and they hand the ball to Darren Armstrong, who unfortunately is unable to get anything. As Jameek Williams, the middle linebacker for the San Antonio Marshals, was the one with the stop. And once again, Michael Sims with the return there. Gets about 3 yards on the return, breaks the tackle, but is brought down there. We have once again Riley Matthews out. Slings it in there, unable to fit it in there. Looks like it was intended for in between Dustin Kershaw and one of the wide receivers, maybe Terrence Boyette. Hasn't seen any action yet here. And we once again get another run there by Michael Sims. Gets a yard, unable to really get anything going there today. So far, 3rd and 9. Slings it out there. Matthews showing his arm, but unfortunately unable to get the completion there. Looks like it once again was intended for Terrence Boyette. Just unable to hit him there in stride. As we see the first punt there by Adrian Williamson as the punter. Once again, also kicker on the team. Not much there for Laser Godwin. And we once again see the bats. Looks like Darren Armstrong for 2 there. 2nd and 8. Greg Cook still in at quarterback. Got a bunch formation there. They sling it in with a little, what is that called? A little, like, I don't remember what that route's called, but there to Vince McCarmichael, the 4th. And they come out in 2 running back. Well, actually, that was a running back and a tight end set. Looks like they wanted to get Carmichael there on the little tight end, but that was disrupted by. Oh goodness, who is that? That was Roosevelt Jenkins out of North Carolina, I believe, was with the sack. And I'm not sure who that was completed to there. I missed that one, but unfortunately incomplete. And now we have Cook showing off his arm, unable to get the completion there. Looks like it was intended for 89. That is Jalen Bird out of North Carolina. Unable to get him the ball there. And we see our first punt by Vince Silvers from Florida. Good punt. Unfortunately, goes into the end zone. Actually, there's a second punt by him by mistake. And we're back at the Marshals again. Once again, Matthews with the ball. Hands it off to Dion Brewer. Dion Brewer unable to get anything going there as he is just absolutely stoned. Unsure who made that tackle. It looked like number 56, but I'm not for sure. 53. It was number 53, Damian Greer, with another tackle there. Or I'm sorry, that's the incorrect roster. That was Jordan Charleston with the tackle there, number 53. And Ishmael Dawkins with another catch. Beautiful pass there from Matthews over the middle for about 16, 17. And we have yet another run there for Dion Brewer. Unable to really get anything going there. Just zero blocking for him. And it looks like we have another false start. Dion Brewer with the false start. Just comes out of his stance. Looks like he was ready to tote the rock and unfortunately just moved too early there. Matthews comes back, unable to hit the little out pass. Not sure who that was to, but who that was intended for. 3rd and 15. Matthews moves in the pocket. Beautiful pass. Beautiful, beautiful pass. Another catch for Ishmael Dawkins. Or no, I'm sorry, that was Derek Simpson. Derek Simpson with the catch there. Beautiful catch in traffic. Wonderful pass. Matthews once again back to pass. Surrounded offensive lineman in his face and unable to get the completion there. 2nd 10. And they give Matthews a chance to show his wheels, and unfortunately, Charleston for Austin Bass is just having none of that. Slams him to the ground. Matthews back again, 3rd and 13. Another gorgeous pass over the middle. This time to Ishmael Dawkins, showing his route running ability, his ability to catch it in stride. Beautiful play. 1st and 10 for the San Antonio Marshals again. And this time we see some more Dion Brewer. He breaks one tackle, gets an extra 2 yards out of that run. Showing his power, showing his that big frame of his is able to get something going there. Beautiful slant pass from Matthews to Terrence Boyette. He gets his first reception of the day. Go in I formation, fake it to Brewer. Matthews back, and he's going to take a coverage sack. And that is Antonio Carney starting right end there for the Austin Bats with the sack out of Toledo. Empty backfield. Unfortunately, Matthews unable to hit. Looked like that was Derek Simpson again, the intended receiver. Dion Brewer with a good pass block, with a good pass protection there. Unfortunately, number 47, Will Peak, drops a wide open pass. Wasn't going to get him a touchdown or anything unless a miracle happened, but still, you hate to see those drops. So Adrian Williams comes in, pounds through the field goal from, I've missed how long that was. It was a short field goal, like about 30-40 yards at most. Not too terribly long. We have Laser Godwin again, given a chance, just unable to really get anything going there for him. And who's that carrying? That is Darian Armstrong with some good carry. Beautiful blocking up front. 2nd 10, or 2nd 2, excuse me, as they come out in I formation, and they give him the ball again. Armstrong getting some beautiful running lanes from his offensive line. Showing if you give him some blocking, the man can make some moves and get the ball down the field for you. As Cook steps back again, unfortunately eats a sack from Truman. That is Jaden Truman, the starting right end from North Carolina State, showing his prowess. And Cook slings it out there to his ginormous wide receiver, Cole Kloffenstein, who unfortunately isn't able to get much out of that, only 1 yard. And they send it out there in the flats once again to Vincent Carmichael IV, unable to really get much. Looks like he got maybe 2 yards, and simply just unable to get the ball down the field, as they will once again have to punt it. You see the 3rd punt by Vince Silvers from the 42. And wow, what a beautiful punt. Down inside the 1. Just an absolutely gorgeous punt. Dion Brewer in the backfield runs the ball for 4 yards to give the Marshals some space. 2nd 6. Matthews steps back to pass. Over the middle. Big catch. Once again, Derek Simpson just right there to catch the ball when needed. Beautiful catch. Nice little slant pattern. Terrence Boyette gets his 2nd catch there. For only 5 yards, but still. 5 yards is 5 yards, folks. And once again, Dion Brewer given the ball, unable to get anything, just no blocking for him. He gets basically a yard. about half a yard, really. And Matthews slings the ball down the field. Oh, and unfortunately, Boyette unable to hold on to that. And Williams with the punt. Not a great punt, only about 40, 45 yards, but perfect coverage. Can't ask for much more than that, as Godwin is unable to really do much with the punt return, as he's nailed as soon as he catches it. So we come back. Cook once again with the ball. Slings it out there. Beautiful play for Carmichael. Just absolutely spectacular catch and run. Breaks the tackle. Gets another 20 yards afterwards. Just showing he is a monster of a man and able to make a play if you get the ball in his hands. And they sling it out there, and holy cow, what a whiff. And I'm unsure who made that, unfortunately. Goodness, that happened so quickly. I believe that was Ronald Dugans. Yes, that was Ronald Dugans with that catch, number 81, with the touchdown and the extra point made afterwards. And it looks like we just cut that out of there. So it's 7-6 now. Bats. Dion Brewer once again given the ball. Rumbles for 5 as the San Antonio Marshals trying to get something going on the ground. Brewer given yet another run. Only 1 yard there. And it is already the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 4 at the 29 for the Marshals. Another bunch formation. And just a wonderful protection by his offensive line. Gives him time to find. Oh, I missed who that was. Oh no. It was 82. Kershaw. To find Kershaw with the catch there. Unfortunately, unable to get the ball there to Dawkins on the corner. Beautiful play there by the defender. Matthews again takes a shot at the corner and just off at that point. 3rd and 10. Matthews with a short little pass. Looks like that is to number 47, Will Peak, who redeemed himself by catching that one after having the incomplete pass there. And then, oh my goodness, look at that. They're trying to fake. And they failed it, unfortunately. 4th down. Turn it over. And it's the Bats' ball. Bats come out, throw a little slant. They throw it to Jalen Bird there. That's his first reception of the day. 2nd one. Cook steps back and unfortunately is just simply off on the pass there. 3rd and 1 now. They come out with 3 tight ends to the top of your screen. And they throw the ball. And once again, Cook is off, and they simply just have to punt the ball. Not nearly as good of a punt this time for Silvers, as he's unfortunately outside of the 20-yard line there on the kick. Only about a 25-yard total kick there, as we have Matthews once again. And just a simply gorgeous pass over the middle there to Dustin Kershaw again. Kershaw really showing his prowess there as a pass catcher. And we get a draw to, looks like that's to Michael Sims, who gets 6 yards but is unable to really break anything long there to really make that worthwhile. 2nd for pressure in the face of Matthews, but unfortunately pass interference. Oh goodness. Pass interference on Terrell Winslow for the Austin Bats gives the San Antonio Marshals well within field goal range, still 25 seconds, and a timeout. Once again, Kershaw wide open over the middle. just really able to abuse the linebackers there for the Bats. First and goal, still plenty of time. Just have to make sure it's end zone or nothing. So far nothing. As Matthews just simply has to throw it away to avoid the sack and make sure that they don't end up squandering a chance to score here. Matthews once again, pressure and just unable to get the ball. Goodness, I'm not sure who that was. I believe that was Deron Dean, wide open in the end zone there. Matthews scrambles around. He finds number 80, Terrence Boyette, but unfortunately illegal touching. Boyette was out of bounds before he caught the ball and then came back into bounds. So unfortunately they will have to settle for a field goal after 3 attempts at getting the ball into the end zone at the 2. And that brings us to halftime. It is 9-7 San Antonio Spurs over the Austin Bats. Now, as mentioned, there will be a second game between these two to give the seniors a chance to really show off their talents. So we will be finishing out this game with the starters. As we have Laser Godwin showing off a little bit of a juke there. Kicking on the kick return, gets it up to the 23. As we still have Greg Cook at the helm. Gets it over to, what is that? Who is that? 84. That is Mac Meadows with the catch. Unable to get much more than just the 5 out of that. Come out in I formation. Look at that beautiful block by Ronald Dugan. Or excuse me, not Ronald Dugans. That was Jeffrey Alexander with the pull block from Notre Dame there. Beautiful block to seal that and give him 3 yards. They send Vincent Carmichael in motion. Give God, I am terrible at this. Deron Armstrong the lane there to run for the first down. First down and 10. This on Ronald Dugan's into motion, giving the ball, little swing pass. Beautiful play, just getting his speed into the open field there as they once again feed the ball to Deron Armstrong. Get 5 yards on first down. And they also give Cook his own little rushing attempt there. Unfortunately, not much in the way of anything there as they swing it out to Carmichael, and Carmichael unfortunately is unable to break the tackle there to really get anything out of that. It's a beautiful play by looked like the corner there, just able to seal off the edge and prevent Carmichael from getting around the edge there to really get anything out of that. It was a beautiful punt by Silvers this time. Got him down to the 7, but then Brewer just simply comes out and rumbles for 9 yards to give them plenty of room. Second one. Fakes it to Brewer. And unfortunately, Matthews is unable to connect on that to Boyette. Once again, Boyette able to be running beautiful routes, just unable to get the ball to him. As they hand it off to Michael Sims. Michael Sims getting his first action of the second half. Big play there. Lots of room. Beautiful blocking once again as they once again do the QB run. This time Matthews is actually able to get 3 yards out of it. Second 7. Ooh. Just Boyette once again. Unfortunately, Boyette really unable to get anything out of that as they actually lose a yard on that play. 3rd and 8. Matthews steps back, slings it in there. And that is Ishmael Dawkins once again showing his ability to catch the ball. It wasn't on the money, and he was still able to reach down and grab it at his knees and keep going there. Unfortunately, they then swing it out to him, and he's unable to really get anywhere on that. Loss of 2 yards. And then come out, hand it off to Michael Sims. Michael Sims once again showing his prowess. He gets 3 yards. Well, actually 5 yards on that, with the loss of 2 there on the first down. So another great play there from Michael Sims. Matthews just simply completely off on this third throw, or this third down throw, and once again we see the punting of Adrian Williams, which this time is not very good at all. Only 16 yards or 17 yards on that punt. Just a very poor punt. And Cook once again hands it off to Armstrong. Armstrong once again up the middle for 3 yards. Second and 7, and Cook is just completely off on that pass. Threw way before the receiver made the cut, and just unable to really get anything going there. Comes back out again on 3rd and 7, throws it short, and Kloppenstein unable to really do anything at all with that. Just completely hung him out to dry there. Nothing Kloppenstein could do with that reception. Honestly, would have been better off to just drop that one. So we see Michael Sims returning the ball, and he gets a decent return. He got about 7 yards or so. And we have 1st and 10 for the Marshals once again. And we have Sims running the ball, breaks the tackles, and unable to slip the second one there as he only gets 2 yards. 2nd and 8. And, oh my goodness, is that again? Yes, once again, Dion Brewer with the false start. That is 2 now on Brewer. Just really just poor, what's the word we're looking for? Poor just, game sense. Just not really great. And oh my, almost an interception there by 33 for the Bats. Rayshon Stuber almost with an interception there on a very poor pass from Riley Matthews. Matthews steps back, slings it out there to Michael Sims. Unfortunately able to get anything. As Harvey pulled with the stop for the Bats. As Williamson once again punts. A much better punt this time. As they hold Laser Godwin to just 1 yard on that return. Simply unable to get anything going there. And we just see Kloppenstein and Cook having a bit of a conversation as they step out onto the field. It's pretty clear that Kloppenstein seems to be pretty frustrated with the inability of them to getting on the ball. As holy mackerel, what a run by Deron Armstrong as he simply runs over a defender and keeps going, gets a 9 out of a play that easily could have just been 3. And my goodness, Cook is just completely off on this pass, just sails on him, off by a good 4 yards. 3rd and 1. And it's a keeper. It's a QB keeper, and Cook runs, and he fumbles. Oh, no. And it's picked up by, I'm not sure who that is. Looks like 21. That is Javier Peak with the fumble return for a touchdown. Huge fumble. Unable to slide there as Cook just puts the ball on the ground. Peak picks it up, runs it back, and we have a 16-7 score now as just simply an unconscionable, a really bad turnover by Cook there for the Bats. Just really not a good thing. as they once again feed the ball to Duran Armstrong. Armstrong running well. 10 carries for 48 yards. That's beautiful. Unfortunately, this game has gotten to the point where they really need to get the ball down the field to have any chance at all of getting back into this game, as they have 1 quarter left to score, and Cook just simply rolls right into Delvin McNeil on the side and just basically feeds him the sack there. 3rd and 15. Can't even blame the defender, the right tackle there, as this time, what is his name? Irvin Hobbs. Irvin Hobbs right up the middle, sheds his defender, his blocker, and gets a beautiful sack. As Silvers kicks a beautiful, beautiful punt, easily 60 yards. And Sims is able to get about 8 yards out of that return or so. Actually, about 12 yards out of that return. It was a good return by Sims, considering. So, beautiful job there. As holy cow, he breaks the sack from Poole. Was it Poole? 58, and slings the ball. Wow, what a play! Holy cow, what a play by Matthews, as he breaks the sack from Harvey Poole. Is able to turn, puts his hand on the ground, gets righted up, throws it to Dion Brewer, and gets the first down, and then simply, unfortunately, has to take a coverage sack by Angelo McMahon, the middle linebacker from Middle Tennessee State. But wow, what a play. That is the play of the day so far, as Dion Brewer is just simply crushed by Jordan Charleston. Jordan Charleston from Maine has just been all over the field today. Matthews is just completely off on this last pass. It was 3rd and 20. It wasn't really going to give him much of a chance, though it would have put them in much better field position, as they now have to try a 52-yard field goal here by Adrian Williamson. And unfortunately, it's short, so Matthews really cost his team an extra 3 points there, with unable to complete that pass. Cook steps back, 5 wide receivers, tosses it out there to, I believe that was Jalen Byrd. Unable to really get anything out of that. Got 2 yards. Throws it over the middle. Beautiful catch by Carmichael, showing once again he is just a beast. 6 catches for 87 yards for Vincent Carmichael now. Cook just absolutely runs right into Truman. Jaden Truman just absolutely killing people out there. It's 3 sacks now for Jaden Truman out of NC State. Just abusing the left tackle. Klopfenstein finally gets a catch over the middle. Gets 8 yards on the play, and but unfortunately really able to get anything else out of that. Cook once again, beautiful throw this time. Just unfortunately that, who was that? I'm not sure who that was trying to catch that. I think it was Jalen Byrd trying to catch that, but unfortunately unable to catch it. As wow, what an interception there. Holding on the defense, or offense, excuse me. Just unable. Luther Bowen really struggling, and that's another turnover. I missed who that interception was by. I believe it looked like it was Morris Hoover, but I'm not for sure on that. As Boyette, excuse me, gets his 4th reception now for only 4 yards. 2nd and 6. As they feed the ball, my goodness, to Ron Brewer, but simply unable to get anything, as Lindsey Benson is there to stop him before he basically, as soon as he receives the ball into his hands, he has a defender in his face, as the middle is wide open again, but a beautiful stop there Boyette with the catch, but unable to get the first down on 4th and inches. And we once again see Adrian Williamson punting the ball. A decent punt into cover. Good coverage there, so really no return for Godwin this time. And just a good punt, solid punt. Carmichael unable to get anything out of that. Oh, goodness, excuse me. Unable to get anything out of that. Loss of 1. Cook steps back, slings it out there. Klopfenstein, another catch, showing the shorthandedness. 6 yards. 3rd and 4. Cook scrambles to the side, slings it out there. Beautiful catch. Excellent throw. Ronald Dugans from West Virginia, showing once again he is a reliable receiver. Cook once again. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? That wasn't a catch. Wow. Carmichael unable to get his feet down in bounds. Just really not a great pass. Didn't give him a lot of room. As he slings it out, Cook slings it out to Armstrong. Gets 3. 3rd and 7. Cook steps back again, slings it out to Armstrong again. Armstrong makes the dude miss. Beautiful play. And holy cow, he gets an extra 7, 8, 12 yards on that play. Just absolutely wonderful play by Armstrong there. Really, really beautiful play. And let's see. They give it to Armstrong. He breaks a tackle. Wow, goodness. Breaks 2 tackles, really, and then is taken down 4 yards. Beautiful run there. Cook steps back, and oh goodness, he's going to take a sack. And he is sacked by Truman again. Truman with 4 sacks. Absolutely insane game for Truman. As Cook is unable to squeeze it in there. Looked like it was to Bellamy, who unfortunately has not received a catch at all today. So they have to settle for the 3. It's 16-10 with 1:30 left. They're leaving it up to their defense to hopefully get this onside kick. But I mean, we know how Madden works. Sadly, they never recover onside kicks. As Derek Simpson with the short hands there to prevent the fumble. And basically just need to rumble down the field and get a first down as Brewer is given the ball, gets 4 yards. 2nd and 6. First timeout used by the Bats as Brewer gets the ball again, breaks it. My goodness, he just carries the man. That was Jorge Peralta. Just absolutely carried him down the field for an extra 2 yards. It's 3rd and inches, and he gets it on a 4-yard run as they're simply unable to stop him. And that, folks, will be game. They're simply just going to be kneeling it out as Charleston does get his 11th tackle of the day. It's an incredible, incredible game for him. Unfortunately, in a loss, but really just showing his prowess as an outside linebacker, just a run stopper. Does a great job in general there by Jordan Charleston. So that will be game. It is 16-10. In our first annual Senior Bowl, again, there will be a second game. As we're just going to go through the highlights here and then go through stats. Let you guys see. That was Styles, the fullback, trying to get that first down there on the punt return, on the fake punt. So, unfortunately, as you can see from the stats, just absolute domination by the San Antonio Marshals. Matthews ended up with 288 yards 57% completion percentage, so not a great completion percentage, but Brewer ended up 42 yards, Armstrong with 52, Sims with 25, a couple broken tackles apiece there. Dugans had that one 24-yard catch that they count as a run instead, so that was Ronald Dugans there with from out of West Virginia with that touchdown. Carmichael, 7 catches, 86 yards. Just really no touchdown passes, but a lot of drops. Oh, not a lot of drops. A good bit of drops from here and there. But in general, Luther Bowen just really struggled, unfortunately, from West Virginia. 4 sacks given up, all of them. And then our man, Jordan Charleston, 17 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss. Greer with 7 tackles. And then Terrell Winslow, corner for out of Oregon, with 9 tackles there. 4 sacks for Truman, 1 for Hobbs, 1 for McMahon, 1 for McNeil, and then 1 for Carney. Interception was by Morris Hoover, so I was incorrect on who got the interception there. Passes defended. Forced fumble was by Jarius Grissom. And then it was recovered by Javier Peak and turned for the touchdown there. So that's it for this game. Thank you once again. We're just going to go through and look at the Williams there. So yeah, unfortunately he did miss that 50-yarder, but otherwise did fine. He did a great job of punting, considering. Yeah, his average isn't high, but his net average is really nice. He didn't out-kick his coverage or anything like that. So, but that's it for this edition, fellas. Thank you.